Imagine it. You spend millions of cedis. You've sold land. You've said goodbye to your wife and your 5 children. In fact, the youngest one among them is still calling your name at the doorstep when you're about to go. You've endured 16 good hours in the air, crossing from one ocean to the other, because you want a better life for your family back home in Ghana. And this always happens to Africans in the diaspora when they're leaving their mother's land. Straight up, you land in Toronto Pearson International Airport. You felt that Canadian breeze. Ooh, this is Obodoyibo for the first time in your life. You stand in the immigration queue. You are waiting for them to stamp your passport. And you are there. Just 10 minutes, away from that stamp, kiosk. Things change. Everything went down. And what happened to you? Your heart suddenly stopped. Your leg gave up and boom, you fell. Paramedics, ambulance, security guard, everybody at the airport, they started running everywhere just to make sure that they save your life. And voila, you were carried digba. And what happened to you? They took you straight away right to an hospital. And you know your age now. You are 50 years old. This thing happened to one of our brothers called Albert Kesse. He's a Ghanaian father who traveled thousands of miles away to find a future. Not only find a future for himself, but for the family and for the community. Only find himself in a morgue in Etobicoke in Canada. Today, we aren't just telling a sad story about this our brother. We are going to dissect the silent killer of the Japa dream that happened to most people when they travel to Bodoyimbo. Because Albert isn't the first, and if we don't change how we travel to Bodoyimbo, he won't definitely be the last person that things like this will happen to. Remember, a few weeks ago, about one of our sisters that also died in Morocco there. It all happened also from the airport. Albert Kesse landed in Canada via Ethiopian Airline. That was this late January when you see just the waka they pass the go. 10 minutes into his immigration, matter, he was on the line. He was waiting. Everybody was going next. Just few minutes, make it reach our man, make the stamper, make it enter Canada. Oh my God. Our brother suddenly just collapsed. Boom! Just like that. They rushed him straight to Etobicoke General Hospital. But it was too late. This man couldn't make it. Mr. Albert was gone. But this is where the story now turns into nightmare for his family back home in Ghana. The travel agent, Gagan, the one that took his money, that processed the paper, that processed the visa, that processed all the documents, suddenly called his wife in Ghana. Do you know what he said? He only said, "Madam, your husband is dead." Just like that. No hospital name given. These agents did not even give any contacts where this woman can reach the husband, body. No body location. Then the agent suddenly went silent. He disappeared. He vanished straight into the thin air. The wife of the deceased tried to call this agent number back. The number went silent. Nobody can reach this man again. It is well. Family, why is it that when things go south, the people we pay to help us, they were the one that will now become the first person to hide? This wife of our brother simply went to Auntie Nana's show in Ghana just to find out where her husband's body was. A widow with 5 children. The eldest one of them is 11 years old, begging on the radio just to confirm if her husband is alive. Maybe this man that called is joking. because there was no other information given to her. This brings me to the first rule of the Japa syndrome. Please, never let any middleman, right, be your bridge when you're traveling. If you're traveling this 2026, your family, should know your flight number. Your family should have the copy of your international passport. Your family should even have the details of your insurance if you do any insurance. Yeah? Because you not having all these details in your possession, it might be a problem for you, just like Mr. Albert now. While we wait for the official autopsy, medical experts often point out something which they call deep vein thrombosis. That is DVT, or some people will call it economic class syndrome. When you sit in a cramped plane seat for 10, 12, 15 good hours without moving, without doing anything, your blood pools in your leg. It's clot. The moment you stand up to walk off the plane at Pearson Airport, that clot can break loose and it will travel straight to your lung. And boom, pulmonary embolism will happen. It kills in a minute. We think Japa is just about a visa? No, not at all. It's all about physical toll. You are 50 years old. You are stressed up. You are dehydrated and you haven't even walked for half a day. Your body is a ticking time bomb. My advice today for you: when you are on board of a flight, either to Canada, to Morocco, to Bangladesh, or to Iraq, or even in the UK, I don't care what people will say, how people will look at you in a funny way. I don't give a hot about it. Please get up, the eye every 2 hours. Drink water, not just free wine, because some of you like Osho free. When you see free wine, you will begin drinking. And also wear compression socks. Don't let the journey to your dream now become the journey to your grave. Please stand up, walk, take some walk, do some exercise when you're on board. When you see Osho free, no, water is best for you there in order to prevent things like this. Some people are saying it's the village people that follow Mr. Albert to Canada. They didn't want his success. They didn't want him to enter Canada. They didn't want him to enter Obodo. It's the people that he offended. It's his friend, it's his family, it's his grandmama. Not at all. It's things like this that happen to him. But we're going to wait for the autopsy anyway. But there's another killer in the house that people don't talk about. The psychological pressure also is also a killer. Albert was 50 years old. He has 5 kids. The pressure to succeed in Canada isn't just about getting a job. It's about the debt he left behind if he has one. It's about the school fees that is waiting for him to pay immediately he gets to Canada. It's all about the ego of a man who feels he must make it because his village people, they are watching. It's about the rules and regulations, that he will face when he gets to Canada. How are you going to get his document? What about the code? All this a psychological problem that might even cause things like this. Let's talk about the level of cortisol, the stress hormone, wears the heart down. Some of our brothers and sisters aren't dying from juju or from wickedness or from all these people. They are dying of the sheer weight of being savior of the family. We need to start having honest conversation in this situation now. Because some families, they put pressure on their children, the one they live in Obodo. It's high time we stop it. Let them live their life. Canada is one of the top coldest country in the world. And if you're not careful, that cold will turn to something else for you. So please, let us stop giving them pressure when they travel to Obodo. Because some of you, immediately they enter, bam, like this. Enugbe, Auntie, I bet no forget me. Bros, I bet my pocket dry. No forget me, Auntie. Say things they easy anymore now. Leave them. Take it easy with them. Albert Kesse's body is currently now in Canada. His family is mourning. A wife is now a widow. 5 children will grow up without a man who braved the world for them. Let this be a wake-up call for every one of you who is watching me today. What about heart check? Before you fly, please do a full cardiovascular check. It's very, very important. If the doctor says, yeah, you can travel, please go ahead. Please, it's very, very important. What about connectivity? Give your family every details of your travel, the itineraries of your travel. Give it to your family. Give them the number of your tickets, your passport number, every details about your travel. Give it to them. It's very, very important. Otherwise, assuming the wife of Mr. Albert has all this, she wouldn't go ahead and start to cry, oh, I don't know where the body of my husband is. Let's talk about compassion. If you have a relative abroad, please, to your long, stop calling them every day asking for money. You don't know the stress these people are under, these people are going through. Sometimes the stress that keeps them alive, you will not want to pray to be in that situation. What do you think about Albert's story today? Have you heard other people who fell shortly after they land at the airport? Let's talk in the comments, my brother, my sister. But please, let us keep it respectful for the sake of Albert's family. This is African Black Gold TV. Please, kindly stay safe and stay vigilant for God's sake, I beg you, to your long. And turn on your notification bell so that when I bring the update of Albert to you, at least you will be the first person to be notified with my bagang, because there's going to be an update of Mr. Albert. What happened? The autopsy. What about the body? When are they going to, stuff like that. I'm going to follow it up. Yeah? Till I see you guys in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe.